Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel and welcome to the last video of 2021. Happy New Year. If you're watching this like a day later, it's already 2022. How does it feel? Let me know down in the comment section. I am so thankful, first of all, for all of the love and the support that you guys have shown me throughout 2021. This was an extremely special year for me because I was able to finally accomplish my dream of doing YouTube full-time for the first time ever, and of course that is all thanks to you. I have now been doing only YouTube for I think over 6 months. It's going nicely and I just love all of the time that I have to put more effort into my channel and to bring you guys more content. I definitely hope that you liked all of the uploads I had during the month of December. If you haven't watched all of the videos yet, I did one video a day for the whole month, so there's tons and tons of content here on my channel that you can watch. And in today's video we are going to talk about my 2021 empties. I have my empties little bins right here next to me. I'm going to go through all of the products that I emptied this year and tell you how I feel about them, whether I just used them because I had to or if I truly love the product, and most importantly if I plan on repurchasing it. I feel like that's what we want to know. Okay, if you're excited for the video, give it a thumbs up and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's begin with Formulate. This is shampoo and conditioner, and you basically take a survey, you fill it out, and you tell them exactly what you want your shampoo and conditioner to feel like and to do to your hair. I remember that I wanted mine to be silicone free, and I picked this really amazing neroli scent that they have. And the shampoo is completely empty on here, but the conditioner isn't. Now, I was repurchasing these for a while. I went through like 2 or 3 of them, and I did really like them. They made my hair extremely soft and shiny. The reason I stopped using them was because I had an Oribe shampoo and conditioner I was gifted by a friend and I really wanted to use that. And so when I finished these, I switched to Oribe. Now, switching to Oribe, I realized that these were making my hair a little greasier than I would prefer. Like, I couldn't tell then, but when I switched I was like, oh, this is like a little better. It's less greasy, or it gets greasy a lot less easily per se. So if I do go back to these, which I'm not sure, I would have to retake my quiz and change the formula to make it a little bit less hydrating. Usually, like, I want to protect my hair at all costs, so give me the most moisturizing ingredients, and so it's totally my fault that this was like a greasy mess, because that is what I asked for basically. So yes, while I couldn't tell as I was using them, I totally realized when I switched that this was a little bit too hydrating for me. Anyways, not sure if I'm going to repurchase them. For now, I'm really happy with Oribe and it's been lasting me for so long, so not sure if I'll go back to these, but I did like them while I was using them until I didn't. Okay, let's talk body cream, and throughout the year I used 2 full sizes of the Coconut Melt by Kopari. These were both sent to me, so I didn't technically purchase them, but I have to say I ran out and I have really missed it. So I do think I am going to repurchase these because I just really love the feeling of getting out of the shower, especially like after I shave my legs and stuff, and putting these all over, and it just feels so good and greasy and nourished and hydrated. My skin is super dry, so I definitely need to use a body moisturizer. The one I'm using right now is their lotion and I like it, but the coconut oil definitely hits different. These were like a tropical scent they had during summertime and their usual one, and I do really like this. I highly recommend it. When this product first came out, I was such a hater. I was like, coconut oil for that price? But also I was working at Sephora at the time and I have been told to use it as a makeup melter or face moisturizer, and I hated it for that. I actually do not recommend it for makeup melter or moisturizer is not my favorite, but for body moisturization, yes, definitely yes. What I do like for makeup melter, and all of you I'm sure know this if you've ever watched any of my videos before, because I feel like I mention it every single video, is my pharmacy makeup melter. And as you can see, this year I went through 3 of these. This one was like a sweet apple scent that I really loved, and then the 2 at the top are their usual green clean scent. I absolutely love these because they do not leave any residue behind. I can take my makeup off and my face feels squeaky clean. It's like you barely need a second step, but I do still wash my face a second time afterwards just in case. This is the best makeup melter I have ever tried. Not that I've been giving a lot of others too many chances, because I just keep repurchasing these because I'm so happy with them. But anyways, I have already repurchased these. I bought the Clearly Clean during the Sephora sale, which I thought was the same thing but unscented, and then I realized that it wasn't the same thing, so that one I'm not loving as much. But then I do have the limited edition holiday trio of these that has 3 different mini ones with 3 different scents, so I have repurchased it. I have backups, I'm good, and I do highly recommend this all the time. For night cream, JLo and I had a moment this year. I used not 1 but 2 of the night cream by JLo Beauty. I just really like my thick hydrating moisturizers, and this gave me exactly that. It feels so rich and thick and hydrating on the face. I feel like when I wake up my skin still feels hydrated, and I absolutely love this. I didn't repurchase it a 3rd time. I switched to the Tatcha Indigo night cream. That's what I'm currently using right now, but these might get repurchased in the future. I'm not sure. I like the texture of these better, but that one, just the indigo calming effect attracted me, so I really wanted to try it, and I have been liking it. So I'm not sure which one I like better, to be honest. But if you still have not tried JLo Beauty, this is the one product here that I highly recommend. Really, really love these. I have a little story for this next one. When I finished my 2nd jar of the JLo Beauty one, I was waiting for a sale to buy the Tatcha night cream because I wanted to buy it 20% off. And in the meantime, after I ran out of this one before I could get the Tatcha 120% off, this right here is what I was using for night cream, and I did fully use it. This is the Bobbi Brown Hydrating Water Fresh Cream. This is not a night cream. I just was using it at night because I didn't have a night cream at the time. This is a really hydrating moisturizer, good for sensitive skin. I do really like it, but it's not something that I'm like obsessed with, so I'm not going to be repurchasing. I mean, I didn't even purchase it in the first place. I got this when I worked at Nordstrom, but still, it's good. It's just not my favorite. Back to JLo Beauty, I also used a full size of her eye cream. When the skincare line first came out last year, I bought it together with the night cream. And I did like it, but it was not like anywhere near my top favorite eye creams per se. So since I don't feel like it did much for me, I don't recommend it. It was okay, you know, it wasn't terrible, but I just much prefer the like Unwrinkle one by Shiseido or the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Eye Rescue. I love those a lot better than this one, so I just used the one I got because, you know, it was not going to waste. It's fully used, but I just didn't buy it anymore. Now, since I just mentioned the Magic Eye Rescue, my favorite moisturizer ever, and of course I use quite a bit of it throughout the year, is Charlotte's Magic Cream. So as you can see, I have 3 empty ones right here. These 2 are 1 ounce ones, and this one's the 1.7. I'm very happy that Charlotte now has glass packaging and you can just buy the refills, because look at how wasteful this is. I am going to take it to the Nordstrom recycling program though to recycle all of this, but still, you know, wasteful plastic packaging. So now that I have the glass one, I could just buy the refills, and that makes me really happy because I do not see myself not using Magic Cream for a very, very long time. And yes, of course, I've repurchased it. I'm currently working on this jar right here, and this is the last plastic one that I will use because during the fall sale I bought the glass jar Magic Cream with an extra refill. It was one of her holiday gifts. I bought it for myself and I just cannot wait. So yes, love Magic Cream. Do see myself using it for a very long time. I even kept my empty wrapper for my Shiseido Fancy Cotton. This is the best cotton ever. I buy it whenever I run out of it. So yes, I have a refill right here that I am working through. I highly recommend the Fancy Cotton. I love it to take off eye makeup, and if you distribute your toners with cotton, that one is going to be amazing. Let's move on to some face washes, and I have a couple to show you. First, let's talk the Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser from Youth to the People. Wow, that's a long name. Okay, so this was good. I love the smell of it. My favorite thing about it is the smell of it because it reminds me of my childhood somehow. It's just like a fresh, greeny, herby type of a scent. I don't know, really delicious. This one does not work for me though, and as you can see, we did fully use it. I had it in my shower for majority of the year, and so I would sometimes use it in the shower. But mainly I think my husband was the one who really used this one a lot. He has oilier skin than me. For my dry skin, this is just not hydrating enough. I felt like my skin was getting drier and drier the more I used it. So while I do recommend it and I do think it's an amazing product, it just does not work for my super dry skin. If you're normal to oily, I think you will be all about it, but if you have dry skin like me, I wouldn't do it. And no, I'm not repurchasing this one because I've moved on to something that works for the both of us. And the cleanser that we're currently using for our faces is this one right here. This is our empty one, and we do have a full one in the bathroom. This is the Pharmacy Whipped Greens. This one is super foamy, super thick, and I do not feel like it strips my skin of moisture. I find it really nice and balancing for my skin, so it works great for me, and it works great for my husband as well. And yes, for the time being, every time I finish this one, I do plan on repurchasing it. Another body lotion I used this year was this right here. This was the Skin Fix Eczema Ultra Strength Body Cream. I did fully use it, but I don't know if I would recommend it or not because I bought it because I thought I had eczema, but then it turned out I didn't have eczema. I had this viral rash thing all over my body. The technical name for it, I just had to Google it because I had forgotten, is pityriasis rosacea. Look it up. It was freaking horrible, okay? Look it up, and whatever you see on Google, if you're curious, that is what my whole body looked like. But at the beginning of it, I just got a few red spots and I was like, what the hell is this? And I thought I had eczema, so I bought this. I fully used it because it ended up working for me since I had the pityriasis rosacea thing, and that was super like extremely itchy. Like I've never been itchier in my whole life. Anyways, so I ended up using the heck out of this to soothe my skin. But I didn't have eczema, so I'm not sure if I recommend it for eczema. It does have really good reviews on Sephora, which is why I bought it. And since I don't have eczema and the pityriasis rosacea was like a 8-week virus thing that just went away on its own. Horrible. When I tell you it was horrible. Anyways, I haven't found the need to repurchase this. This right here is the old version of my Refresh brush cleaner. I have been using my Refresh brush cleaner for a very long time, and this is an empty one that I had from the beginning of the year that I had purchased like probably another year before because I always stock up on them. So yes, I definitely love this product and I will keep repurchasing it forever because I just love it to spot clean my natural haired brushes. Moving on to this right here. It's not technically fully empty, but like it's so hard to get it out of there right now because there's so many rose petals in there that it just won't come out. So I'm officially calling it an empty. Anyways, this is the Rose Deep Hydration Facial Toner. I do really love this product. I usually used it in the mornings with my Shiseido cotton just to clean my face before I moisturize. And I'm currently trying to work through a similar toner from a different brand. So I'm not going to repurchase this one right away, but this might be something that I do repurchase in the future just because I do really like it. I think I used 2 full bottles of this. The previous one was probably in last year's Empties video. Anyways, I absolutely love this thing. I do recommend it, but I do want to finish the other stuff that I have before I get back to it, if I do decide to get back to it, which is very probable. I don't know if you guys have tried the Kopari body washes, but this right here is your sign to try the Kopari body washes. I am obsessed. I am in love. This one here is the coconut latte body wash, and it looks this horrible because I squeezed every single last drop out of this thing, okay? Because I loved it that much. So yes, I highly recommend it. I did not purchase this myself. This was sent to me by Kopari, and I'm currently working on a different one that they also sent to me. But if I wasn't getting them and I ran out, I do think that I would actually buy them for myself because I just really like them that much. They are so hydrating. So highly recommend these. Another toner I fully used this year was this one from Kopari. Also, this is the Coconut Oil Rose Toner. I really love this one because this is the most hydrating toner I have ever used, and I really love that it came with a spray as well because it was just very easy to use. And yes, I highly recommend it. Again, I haven't bought toner because I have toner that I'm trying to work with, but this one was also really good. Okay, here's this night cream, and I actually put this night cream in last year's favorite videos because I rewatched it recently because I was doing research. And I honestly do not know why I put this night cream in last year's favorites video. Or I do. Here's the thing, I was trying to convince myself that I didn't need to buy the Charlotte night cream because it was $145 and I didn't want to spend the money. So I found this alternative and I was like, this is a good enough alternative. And you know, I was liking it, so I put it in my favorites because I was doing favorites by category. So even though it wasn't like my most favorite product ever, in the category of night cream at the time, it was my favorite. Anyways, after I tried the JLo night cream, I realized that I didn't like this product as much as I thought I liked this product, and I have not repurchased it, and I do not think I'm going to repurchase it. But I was very committed though. I am committed to my products. So I did finish it. Ooh, I didn't even remember this one. This is the Rose Water Daily Cleansing Gel by Good Molecules. This lived in my shower for a few months this year. My husband and I were both also using this one. I think he was using it. And I do really like it. I think, just me personally, I prefer a more hydrating moisturizer, but it's still really nice. And Good Molecules is a very affordable brand, so if you want a really nice and affordable moisturizer, I do recommend this one, unless you have super dry skin, in which case this might not be the best one for you because I just didn't find it hydrating. I don't think it was stripping my skin of moisture, but it wasn't hydrating my skin either, if that makes sense. So yeah, I did empty this one too, and I did like it, but I'm using my pharmacy one, so I have not repurchased it. Okay, apparently we go through a lot of face cleansers in this house. So I have another one. This is from The Ordinary. This is a squalene cleanser. I have gone through 2 or 3 of these since I first tried them, and I do really like them. This is actually perfect because if you want a face cleanser on a budget and you have dry skin, this is what I recommend right here because the squalene oil is going to leave your skin feeling super nice and hydrated. And if you don't want as much moisture in your cleanser, then go for this one. Both of these are very affordable and I do really like them both. Again, I haven't repurchased either because I have been repurchasing the Pharmacy Whipped Greens, which is my current favorite. I promise you, I do not have any more cleansers. I went through my mini size bottle of my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray this year, and yes, I absolutely love this. It's my favorite setting spray ever. I already bought the full size and I'm not going to throw this away because I want to see if I can refill it with the big one. So I'm actually going to put them both back in the drawer. So I highly recommend it. I love it for dry skin because it is alcohol free, so it's not going to dry you out and it makes your makeup last forever. So definitely get you one of those if you haven't already. Here is an unusual thing that I ran through, a bottle of fragrance. This is YSL's Libre and I am obsessed. I really love this one. It smells flowery and girly and sexy and not too overpowering all at the same time. If you try this, definitely try it on your skin because when I first smelled this like on a paper, the way you do when you first smell a fragrance. I didn't love it on the paper, but I did love it on my skin, and it is currently one of my favorite, if not my favorite fragrance that I own. I do have another one back there, so I haven't had to repurchase it yet, but if I finish that one, I think I would repurchase this one because I am obsessed. I highly recommend that you smell it and you try it and you buy it because it is amazing. I have a few hair products right here. This is the Orbe Dry Texturizing Spray in the mini size. Yes, highly recommended, absolutely love it. I don't have a full size of this, and I always want to get it, but then I look at the price and I'm like, no, I don't need it to be that fancy, you know? But it is amazing, okay? So if you want to treat yourself to a texturizing spray, get the Orbe one because it is the best. Here's another texturizing spray. This is the Full Dry Volume Blast from Living Proof. It is technically a styling and finishing spray. It does give you volume and texture though, so it is like a texturizing spray. This is also a mini size. I also really liked this one, but I do like the Orbe better, but the Orbe is more expensive, so this might be the one that I would repurchase, I think, just because it's a little bit more on the affordable side. And the last hair product is this one. This is the Detox Dry Shampoo. I have repurchased this many times, but I am currently using the IGK Dry Shampoo, so I don't know if I'll go back to this one. I might. I kind of like them very similarly, but this is a great dry shampoo and I do really recommend it. Let's talk about eyebrow pencils. I ran through 4 eyebrow pencils this year. Honestly, surprised that it's not more. This right here is the Huda Beauty eyebrow pencil. I bought it when it first came out to review, and I do not like this. Let me explain myself. It looks amazing and it gives you really natural looking fluffy eyebrows, but on me at least it breaks every 5 seconds. No matter how little I put the tip of this thing out, it just breaks, so it is just not worth it for me to repurchase it because I would probably run through one of these a month and it's just not worth it for me. So I do not recommend this one. I really did want to love it. I was excited about it when it first came out, but it's just not worth it for me. It just breaks so easily. There's so little product in there. Honestly, I don't know that it's worth for anyone, but at least for me, or if you have thick, big eyebrows like me, don't do it. This one right here I also bought when it first came out. This is the Superfine Brow Detailer by Too Faced. And yes, I do really like it and I do recommend it, but the next one I'm going to talk about I like better, so I haven't repurchased this one because the one I'm currently repurchasing is the Charlotte Tilbury one. Now these right here are the little refills. The Charlotte Tilbury one is refillable, so as opposed to having to spend $25 every time you purchased it, you only spent $15, which definitely is a plus. The actual packaging of it is really nice and elegant, feels really sturdy, and I'm going to leave it right here because like I said, this is what I'm going to be restocking on. This is my current favorite eyebrow pencil, and I need to place an order for a couple more refills so that I can be stocked up on my favorite eyebrow pencil. I have 2 brow waxes to talk about. This one here is the Patrick Ta one. This is my Brow Freeze from Anastasia. Both of them are empty. This one much more empty than this one. I really liked this one last year, but then when this came out, I completely stopped using the Patrick Ta one. And it's not bad, it's just it takes a few more steps to get my eyebrows prepped with this one than this one. This one just makes it easy. One step, my brows are held in place all day the way that you see them right now, and I absolutely love them. So I have not repurchased the Patrick Ta one, although we had a moment. I really did love it last year, but then the Brow Freeze came out and proved that things could be even better. Okay, so I love this stuff and I have repurchased it. I have one that I'm currently working through, and I highly recommend it if you want to have fluffy brows. I have a couple of serums here from Glow Recipe that I fully used up. This one here is the ceramide one. I really like this one and I did feel like it calmed my redness. However, I've just kind of moved on to the next serum and I haven't repurchased it yet, but this might be something that I go back to in the future. Then this one here is the Niacinamides Dew Drops from Glow Recipe. This little thing was sent to me by them a couple months ago and I really loved it. I was so close to buying a full size of this during the Sephora sale, but then I bought the Fresh serum instead, and now I also have a shoe lasso one in my bathroom that I'm working through. So I'm not in need of a serum at the moment, but this might be one that I go back to in the future. This right here was the serum I was using at the beginning of the year. Is the Peptide 21 Wrinkle Resist serum from Peter Thomas Roth, and I really did like this one too. I don't know what I have with serums, but I can't stick to one. I just haven't found the perfect magical serum that I want to buy over and over and over. Every time I finish one, I just move on to the next thing. I also remember really enjoying using this one, but then I just moved on to the Glow Recipe one, so I don't know. The next thing is this right here. This is the Sandal Sky Australian Emu Apple Dreamy Glow Drop. This is half serum, half oil, and I did really like using this one on days where my skin was feeling extra dry, because the serum with the oil was like an instant hydration boost. This was sent to me by them very kindly, and it lasted me for so long. But I think it lasted me for so long because I wasn't reaching for it all the time, so I don't think I would repurchase this one. But it was nice. But I don't know, I just never really committed. I just used it every once in a while until it was fully gone. This Chantecaille face oil here was given to me by a friend who wasn't using it, and he knows I'm dry, so he gave it to me very kindly, and I did fully use it, so thank you, Justin. I don't see myself repurchasing this one because I didn't really use it for its intended purpose. I just no longer use oils as the last step of my routine. I just finish at moisturizer. I don't put an oil over it, and so I wasn't really using this for my skincare routine. I was using it to take off makeup. Let me explain. You guys know I do a lot of eye looks here on this channel, and sometimes I do multiples and I film them all in one day. And so a very easy and nourishing way in which I took my eye makeup off was this rose oil right here. I would just put a few drops of this on my Shiseido cotton rounds and just very lightly swipe away all of the eye makeup, and it worked amazingly for that. So just not its intended purpose, which is why I wouldn't repurchase it. And then of course Bifacil is an eye makeup remover, so I used it for the same exact reason, and I would totally repurchase this one. In fact, I was about to repurchase it during the last Sephora sale, but I decided to go for the Makeup Forever one instead. But I think this will be one that I go back to because I'm not loving the Makeup Forever one as much as I thought I would. Okay, for sunscreen, this is the Lancome UV Expert SPF 50, and I ran through my tube. I do really love this sunscreen. It sinks right into my face. It is undetectable. It does not leave a white cast. It's amazing. If you have oily skin, you'll love it. If you have dark or deep skin, you'll also love it because this truly sinks right into the skin. It is truly undetectable. The best one I have personally seen at not showing a white cast, so I highly recommend it. I haven't repurchased it because I bought a Paula's Choice one that I'm working through, but this would totally be something I would repurchase in the future because I really love it. La Mer, the Eye Balm Intense. I don't know where the rest of them went, but I think I used at least 2 of these throughout the year. Now this is just a little tiny sample that I got for free. I did like it. However, I have not purchased it because I do not have any intention of spending like $200 on an eye cream personally. I don't think I'm there yet. But it was very lovely, and it says that it works for deep wrinkles underneath the eye, so you know, just something to keep in mind. Last moisturizer in the box is this right here. This is the Kopari Coconut Water Moisture Cream. I think this might be discontinued, but they have a very similar one that I like just as much. This was great. They did send it to me, and then they sent me their like new version of it, so I can't repurchase it, but it was a really nice moisturizer. Now, I wouldn't really switch my magic cream for it, but it was nice. I have 3 concealers here to show you that I run through this year. These 2 right here are from Pure Cosmetics. Absolutely love them. I didn't repurchase them. They did send me more of them, and I do still use them all the time. It's the concealer I just cleaned up underneath my eyebrows with. I do also use it for my under eyes as well. It is amazing, very nourishing, hydrating, creamy, not too thick. It just wears amazingly underneath the eyes, and I love the push-up concealer, so I do highly recommend it. And I did fully finish my Pat McGrath concealer this year as well. I did already order another one of these, and I do also highly recommend it. It's also creamy and hydrating, but a little bit less creamy and hydrating than the Pure one, which could be good because it makes it a little bit thinner as well, so it looks very natural on the skin. Really, really lovely under eye concealer. Everybody who I know who's tried the under eye concealer by Pat McGrath loves it, so highly recommended. And then I also ran through a full tube of my Dark Star mascara this year. Honestly, there's probably more mascaras that I ran through this year. I just can never tell when it's time to get rid of them, okay? It's my toxic trait. I can't tell when to let go of mascara. I do have a new tube of this one, which is why this one finally made it to the Empties bin. Otherwise, it would still probably be in my drawer with the rest of them. Anyways, love the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara, my current favorite. I'm wearing it underneath my falsies today. It is amazing. And then last but not least, one of my most recommended products ever, the Under Eye Powder by Pat McGrath. I used this one to death. Like, this emptiness makes me so happy. I do already have a new one of these that I'm currently working through. I absolutely love this under eye powder. It is like no other, and if you haven't tried it yet, what are you waiting for? It is amazing. And that was finally my last empty of the year. The bin is empty. I am happy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me throughout all of 2020. I love you guys so much. Thanks for all of the love and support. I really hope that you guys like this video. Like I said, I am taking all of these to the Nordstrom recycling program because all they need for the products to be recycled is for them to be empty. So all of my empties are going to Nordstrom. So if you have empties at home, make sure that you keep them around, then you can take them to Nordstrom if you have a nearby one, and they will recycle them, which is amazing. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what some of your most used products of 2021 were down in the comment section. Which products did you run through? Thank you again for being here with me. I love you. Happy New Year, and I hope to see you back in 2022. Bye!